Hello everybody and welcome to a new live stream. So as I mentioned over my Discord, unlike the other two games that I streamed, those games were early access. I've sort of decided on a rule for early access titles that we will only do a maximum of 3 streams for them. I figure that gives you about 6 hours of content to see if the game is something you're interested in or not. This game is actually a full release title. It came out a few years ago. I actually don't recall exactly when it came out. Let me check that real quick. I think I did a single live stream of it back when it came out, and then I got busy with other stuff, so it kind of got left by the wayside. The game came out August of 2018, so it has been like 3 and some odd years since it came out. But yeah. So, like I said, unlike the other games that I streamed, this one we're actually going to be sticking with for the long haul. The plan is either until completion. Well, we're sticking with it for the long haul. The plan is for until completion. But potentially that might change to completion or game over, because this game is very similar to XCOM. I mean, really the simplest way to describe it is XCOM, but with spies instead of aliens and things like that. I'm not going to spoil the story. I want you all to be able to hear it for yourselves, so let's go ahead and get started. But real quick, actually, before we start, one last thing. For those of you watching the VOD, there is a link down in the description to be able to come up with a name for an identity for an agent, because you can forge new identities for your agents when their heat level gets sufficiently high. Well, you can do it whenever, but it's designed to be done whenever the heat level of the agent gets sufficiently high that it potentially puts their missions at risk. Anyone who catches one of these live streams live in the future, there is a command you can plug into the chat. It is !forge, and that'll give you a link, or that'll post a link in chat to that same Google form. But let's go ahead and get started. Mode. We're going to go ahead and play the regular storyline. I have not actually finished the game, so I cannot play the extended. We will play with the tutorial enabled. I am actually going to play on easy, just because I'd rather have a more enjoyable experience rather than a challenging experience, to be completely honest, at the end of the day. And I've never actually finished this game. I had a campaign before that I played until like chapter 3. I don't know how many chapters there are in total. But like I said, I never got around to actually finishing it. And we're going to play with Iron Man off, because that's a terrible idea in my opinion. All subtitles on. And we have the option for what our main character's background is. So we have the option of the CIA or the KGB. There is a third option. If I recall correctly, it's Mossad. But to unlock it, you have to complete one of these other two. And like I said, I haven't completed it. I don't think there's a significant difference in the story between any of them. I think it's mostly a little bit at the beginning how the tutorial plays out. But beyond that, I think the story is more or less the same with all of them, if I recall correctly, from what I had read back in the day. Let's go ahead and come up with a name for our... the real name for our main character, whose codename is Deadpan. By default, I think that one... I believe you can still change your main characters. Anybody who looks good. Scott Hill. I'll keep the Hill, but we're going to go with Alex Hill. And any decent portrait I want to go with. Not really, actually. I think I'll just go with you. None of the other ones exactly pique my interest. This one I'd probably be fine with if it wasn't for the jacket he's wearing and the glasses. They're a little ridiculous. Obviously, though, this game does take place during the Cold War sort of era. I don't recall the exact year, but it's during the Cold War. So, okay. Customize them a little bit. That's a little bit lighter. Yeah, that's fine. Body type. Sure, we'll go with athletic, because why would it be anything else? Let's be honest. You're supposed to be a CIA agent. Unless you were a pencil pusher, you're probably going to have a more athletic build than you are stocky or slim. Average might work. Hairstyle, that's fine. I'm not too big on that, so clean shaven. You know what? Yeah, sure. You can wear the "I am very clearly a spy" jacket. No gloves. No. You're gonna wear, I think, Oxfords. Yeah, actually. Glossy loafers are fine. And I will give you a hat, because why not? No. We'll just go with the Panama, and we'll go with all black. Okay, that changes your hair underneath, because that makes perfect sense. No thanks. No. No tattoos. And yep, that's all fine, and start game. The events you are about to see may have been buried or covered up. Those with traceable records have been marked with the specific date they occurred on. Verify at your own risk, but trust no one.
Golf Yankee Juliet uniform. Reporting contraband seized.
Understood. Break off patrol. Head back to base.
Товарищ, HMS Conqueror нарушил радиомолчание.
Что? Показать расшифровку. Побыстрее. Немедленно послать в Москву. Немедленно.
We got intel from Vladivostok. It's big, Steve.
Langley seen it yet?
No. Should they?
Hell yeah, but use the network. We don't want anyone listening in.
MI6.
British, and now the Americans. Was there anyone else you wanted to involve in our plans?
I am handling it, Valhalla. Get out. Both of you.
Your incompetence has exposed us. Now Iceberg is in jeopardy.
Doing all of this in the open was your idea.
True. It was a simple plan that any fool could have executed. And you failed.
Gentlemen, this problem is easily solved.
Traitors!
Now, don't shout. It's bad for your heart.
Okay, so tutorial Operation Threshold. Beholder Initiative Covert Ops, Urgent Top Secret. Briefing, high value cargo hijacked by British. Agent Kingfish is to deploy in UK, run recovery ops. Phase 1, enter British sector and FRG. Collect necessary forms from secured location, activate sleeper asset Rook. Further orders to be disclosed in due course. Handler, Valhalla.
I hope you have a good reason for pulling me off that RAF gig.
Absolutely. This operation is crucial to Project Iceberg.
Why are you even talking to me? You're taking an awful risk.
Nonsense. They may be expecting defectors, but not the kind of hardware you're carrying.
Ihre Papiere bitte.
Locator chip indicates the sleeper is in position. Are you familiar with it?
Who could forget that handsome face?
Okay, so in infiltration stage, guards will only react if you do something suspicious. Move to the indicated position. With right mouse button, you're safe for now.
Haben Sie etwas zu verzollen?
So, again, just like the most recent XCOM game, this game relies on you have 2 action points and a fire point sort of system. Sort of. In this game, because you have 2 action points, you always have the ability to fire even if you sprint, unlike an XCOM, where if you sprint, you can't shoot. Like I said, it's similar to XCOM, but not 100%. Or it's similar to the more recent XCOM games, but it's not 100%. The movement uses up action points. Be extra careful when entering a restricted area. If the guard sees you, he'll call the alarm. We'll head right to the door. That's perfectly fine. Skip the rest of the turn and the guard will continue his patrol. Move the cursor over a character to preview their path. That is a very nice feature, so you know, okay, he's going to be over here next turn.
Who is this Agent Deadpan your file spoke about?
The latest CIA washout. Could be dangerous.
I sincerely doubt that.
Okay, so since we're going into a restricted area, the game's just letting us know that we can rotate the camera. Obviously, you can rotate the camera whenever. It's just for your convenience, I guess the game's like it's a useful feature when you're entering restricted areas. So this camera has a field of vision. If we enter that, it will automatically trigger the alarm. However, we have the option of going over here because they coincidentally left the computer for controlling it outside, so it's easily accessible.
Deal with the security quietly. We don't want unnecessary trouble.
Thank you. I can handle myself.
The game's letting us know we should enter the main building now. And we know that there's a guy right there.
Found our puppet.
Give him the control phrase.
We've located our sleeper agent. Let's go ahead and use the control phrase to wake him up. Let's go ahead and send our sleeper agent upstairs and have him quietly take down the West German customs officer. So all characters have a certain level of awareness. It is used by select actions, e.g. takedown. In combat, awareness allows agents to dodge when shot at, effectively reducing received damage. Awareness regenerates every turn, and it can be raised by abilities and items.
Need me?
Use spotter support to lift fog of war and reveal enemies and civilians inside the indicated room. Note that support agents operate from a specific direction and must have line of sight to the target to be effective.
Located the documents, but we'll have to breach the room.
Don't worry. I'll clean the mess after you.
Why are we here again?
Get ready to breach the room. Select breach. Right there. And confirm. Because our sleeper agent had well, actually both of our guys had unsuppressed weapons, it always will trigger the alarm and start combat. So the alarm has now been triggered because somebody heard the gunfire. Send a Kingfish to go pick up the documents from the safe.
We've got the customs papers.
Good. Head to the evac zone. The driver will take you directly to Glasgow.
Copy. Over and out.
Go ahead and
Extraction order confirmed.
order the extraction. It's going to take 2 turns for it to arrive.
Need me?
Kingfisher really isn't in the best spot, to be honest. If somebody's outside, they can easily shoot him right through the window.
Got one.
Yeah.
So for the cost of a single fire point and a single action point, I can use full auto. So, another difference between this game and XCOM is that there is no chance to hit. You will always hit. The question is just how much damage you do. Enemies have the ability to dodge incoming attacks, provided that the attack is not coming from point-blank range. And as a result, that decreases the amount of damage they will take. So will being in cover. So you always hit, but you have a maximum amount of damage and a minimum amount of damage that you will always do, depending upon if the enemy dodges, if they're in cover, things like that. So we can use our pistol to take a headshot at this guy.
Just give the order.
Now I'm mostly playing through the tutorial,
Complete.
just so that I don't have to explain anything of what I'm doing later. Hopefully. That's the end of the tutorial. And now we go on to our first real mission. Unsanctioned raid Whitefish. We arrived in Pakistan to check up on their alleged nuclear program. We enter the mission area in disguise, but it isn't foolproof. Keep clear of high-ranking Pakistani troops. Do not engage unless they fire first. Confirm the existence of the fission device, then evacuate before they know we were even here. So find proof of the project, and then leave. 6 weeks earlier.
You really think this Pakistani nuclear program is legit?
Leslie's usually right about these things.
Really? Shit. I bet him $10 it wasn't.
You're a hopeless dreamer, Bolt.
Found a nice landing spot. I'll wait here until you call for evac.
Good. Keep the comms to a minimum. Our disguise is pretty thin as it is.
What if Leslie calls?
I don't think he'll be joining us on this one. He's on the move.
Okay, so all of our agents here are in disguise, as can be seen by the little shirt on a hanger icon down here. As a result, they can go anywhere without raising alarm. Suspicious actions witnessed by enemies or civilians, however, will trigger combat, and enemy agents always see through disguises. But not everybody's an enemy agent. I believe the game does actually note in some way if somebody is able to see through your disguise. I don't recall what the symbol is though off the top of my head. I really don't. I think they might have like an eye next to their health bar. I want to say that that sounds about right, but I really don't recall. I'm sure the game will tell us what it is. We do want to come in here because there is some loot. These guys should not bother us. They are just generic troopers wanting to go on with their day and get out of here. I'm pretty sure opening this is not considered suspicious. Let's go ahead and walk on in. So we found some light armor and a shotgun, I believe that is. Now I do want to take, like I said, I do want to take these guys out. I'm going to send Canasta there. And I guess you go there. I want you close to the other guy. So he's gonna move here. This guy, I guess, can't see him. But you do not have the ability to hit him with a take. Oh no, there you go. Just selected on the wrong button, that's all. Yeah, if I'm reading this correctly, and that the squares that highlight, oh no, actually, let me see. Can you see him? Yeah, if I'm understanding this correctly, the squares that highlight are the squares that he can see from his current position. He is not going to move next turn. This guy will. The square that guy is currently standing in is not one of those squares that lights up. So I don't believe he will see him. And I'm just, to be on the safe side for confirming this. It's been so long, I really don't recall. I think I can do this safely without any issues.
What's cooking?
As long as this guy doesn't move or move over to the left, we're perfectly fine, and Durant can come over here and hit him. I need you to come over here and knock this guy out. Okay, he would be outside of your vision. I think you can carry bodies. Yes, you can dispose of a body to make sure that it's not able to be seen. That does, however, cost a fire point. And takedowns also cost fire points. So... okay, but you're gonna go right back there. I can wait. I can leave you be until next time. Let's go take care of this guy. And we are going to dispose of the bodies.
Standing by for orders.
You know, just to make sure that they're not found. But you can do this an infinite number of times. So, just gonna lean down, pick up, and poof, magically the body disappears. Presumably we stuffed him in the cabinet there. Presumably. I don't know if that is actually what he did. That's just the best guess. So you head over there. So you can walk in later. Okay, and the square that that soldier will be in next time is outside of your vision. I'm gonna go ahead, move you into position to knock him unconscious.
Standing by for order.
Next time. And you are gonna move into position to be ready to take care of the body. Next time.
I'm here.
Dude's not gonna find it suspicious at all that he has two scientists just walking up next to him and just standing here, maybe chatting a little. Don't mind us. So, again, according to this, that guy does not fall in your field of vision. So, or the square he's in does not fall inside your field of vision, so I can safely knock unconscious with a nice Vulcan neck pinch type thing, karate chop to the neck, and then safely dispose of the body. Now, where we're tossing this one, I'm not sure if we're also tossing it in that cabinet or if maybe we were tossing it in the pile of, or the stack of tires there, and, you know, maybe just, we hope nobody looks inside the stack of tires. Now, there's some stuff in there. Okay, I might be able to see inside there from here. Yes. Now, taking pictures of stuff is suspicious, it should be noted. That is, something to remember. It is suspicious when you take pictures of just random stuff. Could you just, like, not try to go through the window? I mean, that seems super suspicious. You just step inside. There's no cameras or anything in there, so it's fine. Just step inside. You can safely knock civilians unconscious without any penalty. You do not move at all, which is wonderful. And next turn you're going to be back there, so I need to knock you unconscious now.
Yeah?
You go take pictures. There are 4 classified documents on this map. Again, I'd rather you not go through the window, but apparently that is not suspicious. So long as they don't see you, I guess. Apparently everybody in this game is deaf. Is the only thing I can think of.
I accept.
So, knock you unconscious as well. Yeah, you don't have anything you can do. I realize that you still have a fire point, but you can't do anything.
I'm here.
So you dispose of the body, make sure nobody finds it.
I trust this is important.
And I think that knocks out power, which I don't think is considered suspicious. But you go ahead, dispose of the body real quick. And then whoever's left will disable power. Okay, so that disables some of the security measures. I'm trying to recall where the other... Oh. Shoot. The other little side thing is over here. And there's, I think, enemies back. Okay, we're gonna backtrack real quick. This is fine. This is fine.
I read you.
I think there's 2 guys back there, so I'm gonna need at least 2 agents to take care of them.
What's cooking?
But it's been so long that I could be misremembering. But I believe there's 2 guys back there. How about you go to that window and look outside? Just to be on the safe side. So I don't know what type of soldiers are there. You know, if they're higher ranking, they can see through our disguise, which we don't want. Oh, I didn't dispose of this body. Yeah, let's do that while we're here. I don't think there's any bonuses for disposing of bodies that you take down, but it is still something we kind of want to pay attention to at the end of the day. Because while enemies have predefined patrol patterns, there's always a chance that somebody ends up doing something different as a result of an action you do. You don't seem to be seeing anybody in there right now, but I'm pretty sure there was somebody in here when I played this way back in the day. So, how about you go stand in front of it? Okay, or maybe not. Well, at least nobody to see you. So, take the pictures and let's get the hell out of here. That's the only thing, right? There's no... yeah, no loot. Okay. Let's just get out of here. Go back on the mission that we were actually trying to do.
What do you require?
Oh. There's loot over here. Okay. Let's go take care of that as well. I want to say there's somebody in there. Now, because I'm disguised, I should be able to go in here without that camera triggering the alarm. But I need somebody to also walk in there. I don't know what kind of agent is in there. If anybody's in here. No? Anybody home? No? Okay, that makes my life easier, I guess.
What's cooking?
Oh, back to her. And nothing up top, okay. Okay, that's all the loot here. Now, let's actually continue on with our mission.
here.
I know there's somebody in here. And there's an alarm you have to turn off or something.
Yeah?
Or a switch you have to throw or something to go in. I don't recall the exact specifics, to be honest. It's something like that. Oh. Or not. I mean, that's easy enough, I guess, actually.
I read you.
Okay. Canasta. Do not jump through the window into the field of vision of the camera. I don't... Because, I mean, I would think jumping through a window is suspicious, even if you're disguised. If I see somebody jumping through a window, dressed up like this... yeah, no. I'm considering you suspicious and I'm triggering the alarm.
Huh?
Nobody inside? Again. Too easy. Okay, and there is one last confidential document inside there. Let's wait for everybody to get grouped back up.
My skills are at your disposal.
Which mostly means just waiting for Canasta to get up here.
Yeah.
No, people, don't jump through frickin' windows. Seriously. How hard of a concept is that? You step forward. Okay, there's one guard over there who's on a patrol pattern. I don't see any other guards, but I'm pretty sure there are more.
Hey.
So, Duran, you go on the other side of the door. Okay, you're not seeing anything. Canasta, you step just through the door.
Got a lot of background noise. What's up?
Nothing. Lost the tail like hopping on $1 billion yacht. No big deal.
Well, we're looking for the reactor. No luck. Traces everywhere, though.
It's there. Guaranteed. Keep looking.
Okay, so on the left here we have an optional objective to collect additional intel unrelated to taking pictures of the secret documents. And then over here is the actual proof of the project. Obviously, we're gonna get the optional objective first. As memory serves me correctly, I believe you pretty much are forced to trigger the alarm. Here to...
What the...
I trust this is important.
To get the optional objective.
Hey.
I trust this is important.
Canasta, can you make it? You actually can. Wonderful. Go over there. Get in his path. As far as we can tell, there's nobody else out here, and he'll just walk around us.
Of course.
So, knock him unconscious. Well, it's either the optional objective or the actual objective. One of the two, I think, pretty much guarantees that you trigger the alarm, no matter what you do. I'm guessing we're hiding that guy in one of the boxes here. I think it requires more or less all three of us to get the optional objective because of just how many people are there.
Uh-huh.
Because there's a couple guys in this room.
Hey.
Yeah, there's 3 people in this room. None of them, I think, actually
Standing by for orders.
have anything. But yeah. And I don't think there's any other... Yeah, I'm not seeing any obvious indications that there's anywhere else I can go to, like, disable security in here. So I think I pretty much will have to go in there more or less guns blazing.
What's cooking?
I trust this is important.
I believe that's more or less how that works, but it's possible I'm misremembering. Actually, do I have... No, I don't.
My skills are at your disposal.
Okay, now I can mark people as... Oh, right mouse button.
What's cooking?
Actually... I guess like that works best.
I trust this is important.
That should work. No matter what, we will trigger the alarm. But this is the last of the enemies.
Damn, spotted.
I have a ton of people to die.
For a second, I almost believed you were worried about us.
There we go. Last of the secret documents. So now we quickly run across the hall. Oh. Okay, no, that's just a civilian. Never mind. And that dude's just gonna run away. Shoot. There's no really good spot for you to go, to be honest. Assuming any enemies actually come in here. There's only so many enemies, generally speaking, on these maps. I mean, there are some instances where enemies will get reinforcements, but as a general rule of thumb, they're often just, like I said.
Leslie, Bolt totally owes you $10. We've got a reactor and what looks like a fission device.
I'm on my way.
The test is imminent. Get out of there, now.
Copy. We'll save some legwork if we jump over the wall from the roof here. Bolt?
I heard you. Activate the beacon now. I'll meet you at the LZ.
Okay, so we have called in our evac. Now we just need to make our way over there. It's going to take 4 turns for it to actually arrive, however. And it's not that far away.
trust this is important.
Can ask to run over there.
What the?
Now we can just wait here. It looks like it's gonna take us around about 2 turns to actually get to the evac. More or less, so we can spend 1 extra turn up here before we jump down. Just on the off chance any enemies were to spawn, but like I said, I'm pretty sure that's not the case anymore.
Christmas.
Deadpan, come in.
We're alive, Leslie.
Oh, good. Well, I got static there. What happened?
The test. It didn't blow us to pieces.
Cold tested. No missile material. But they have the technology.
Okay, now the enemies are getting reinforcements. But our evac is just about to arrive. The enemy reinforcements will not arrive in time to do anything. But as you can tell by how much longer it's taking their turn to go by.
I'm here.
And let's go. So, mission results successful. Secondary objectives completed 1 out of 1. All 3 agents were exfiltrated. No danger status from civilians or MIA agents. Our evac was not compromised. We got all of the equipment and we got all of the classified documents. So, Chapter 1. Outfoxed. Leslie, my mentor, asked me to investigate rumors of nuclear research in Pakistan. During our incursion, we witnessed a cold test of a fission device, which means the Pakistanis are at most months away from gaining nuclear capability. Somebody had to sell them the technology. So, we got a Model 870 shotgun, some light armor, a Stella, bulletproof vest, and a compact follower. So that increases the clip size of our magazines. That's armor. Light armor, it should be noted, is openly hostile. If you are wearing that, you cannot successfully be disguised. Basically, it's considered suspicious to be wearing light armor. Bulletproof vests, though, perfectly fine. And we got a trade contract for cleaners, which we can call in. That's a support type thing. It only has so many uses, I believe, during a mission, but I think it clears an entire room. So if you go into a room and you just destroy everybody in there, you can use that. Some smoke grenades that we can manufacture, and then secret files, and then intel to go with the secret file. And Deadpan and Canasta both got some new perks. Durand, poor Durand, didn't get any.
Vendor's on the line.
Someone must have told him about our little trip. Put him through.
Agent Deadpan, I regret to inform you an inspection of your operations is imminent.
Why is that?
Hard to be sure, but my money is on the allegations of an unsanctioned operation in Pakistan.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Leslie isn't your handler anymore. I am. Keep ignoring that, and you'll lose the squad. Fender out.
So, Canasta, we can choose a perk for her. We can make her a masochist, which improves her damage threshold, whatever exactly that entails, it doesn't specify. A free driver, which protects from harmful effects of gas clouds, except loss of vision. Actor reduces the distance at which enemy agents can detect this agent's disguise. Actor is a very OP perk. So we're going to be picking that. I just want to note that there is an option in the options menu, and I don't know if it applies to existing games, that makes Actor a little bit less OP by, I think, making it so that if you get within a certain number of tiles, even if you have Actor, enemy agents can still break through your disguise. And Brickhead, which protects from stun effects. And our main character as well, they did not get the option for Actor. They have Paramedic, movement bonus when carrying unconscious characters. That's actually not the worst thing ever. Martial Artist decreases awareness cost of takedown. Again, not actually that bad. Vietnam Veteran increases the width of the Overwatch cone. I suppose that has its uses. And Revenant increases critical timer. Agent takes longer to bleed out. That's not that bad. I believe if your main character here dies, the one that you basically set up at the start, I believe that's game over. Period. So having Revenant is not the worst thing ever for that character in particular. Martial Artist I don't think costs enough awareness to really matter, and the reality is, or Takedown I don't think costs enough awareness to really matter to get Martial Artist, especially since if you're using Takedown, you're generally still in the infiltration phase. So you don't really need awareness all that much. I'm a little more inclined to go for Paramedic, just because I think it's a little bit more useful to actually have a bonus when I'm carrying an unconscious character. So somebody who, I guess, I believe that is somebody who's hit the critical timer, and you've patched them up, but they don't just magically get back up and continue the fight. No, they're unconscious. You've just basically stopped the bleeding, that's all. So Paramedic, I guess, could be very useful for that. I think we're going to go with that. So these are the starting agents we have. We have Durand, who we already met, Canasta, who we also already met, and of course Deadpan. But we also have Fortuna here. He's German. He's currently, actually everybody's located in Beirut because that's where our headquarters is. He is RAF. Now, of course, you're probably thinking, RAF, Royal Air Force. No, not Royal Air Force. God, so there are the different backgrounds. I honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember what RAF was. I believe Red Army faction. There we go. That's what it was. So, West German militant organization founded in the 70s. Magnate is with the Triads. Crockett is with Gladio. Is her background. And Redwood, he's just a freelance agent. Let's head over to the infirmary. We have no agents who are injured, so we don't need to use it. We got the workshop. We can assign agents to do these various things. One of the things we're definitely going to want to get is a forger facility, so we can forge new identities for our characters. It's also useful for, well, forging cash, which we're going to need. So I think we're going to go for that, to be honest. It's not that expensive, but yeah, we're going to need it. And it takes 10 hours to set that up. That's fine. And we have our investigations board. Sure, we'll go through a quick tutorial again, so I'm not the one needing to explain things. I can go into more detail, but for now, let's just go and do this. So, game wants us to draw a line between two related files. So you have fields or little names attached to stuff. So this says Dean Mackin. That's Dean McMacken. Now do you make make some more connections? So this also has a connection to Chamberlain. And Larry McDonald there. I'm out of intel. Additional intel is obtained from informers, interrogation, and during tactical missions, among others. In this tutorial, they give me one for free. Let's read it. There we go. So, to cover girl. Before you throw another fit, yes, I have read your report on the incident at the Atlanta Convention, but even if your intel about Big Daddy crossing state border 2 days prior and losing his tail for a whole of 40 hours is true, it's all circumstantial evidence. I still called Aguirre's office in case they wanted to press charges, and they told me explicitly to drop it. So Cover Girl is something we already saw before. So we got Aguirre, but Cover Girl was another thing. And I don't think we had Convention. Okay, Big Daddy pops up apparently there. So connection to Cover Girl there. Connection to Aguirre there. And there's a full connection. So let's go ahead and open this up. So, Comrade, based on the information from Redacted, it is the committee's opinion that SDI is a thinly veiled attempt at reusing FOBS tactics, i.e. deploying nuclear weapons in space in order to bypass any early warning system the target nation may have in place. Note that this mode of deployment has been outlawed in 1967 with the ratification of the Outer Space Treaty. However, before we try to put a stop to SDI, we need to make sure the Americans have no details about the Leonidas program. The committee asked Freeloader to ascertain the Americans' knowledge of the program. The bigwigs from Blackbriar have been asking about the SDI research again. They say the White House is considering announcing the project to show the Soviets how tough America is, that we can shoot their missiles out of the sky. Meanwhile, we've got redacted agents trying to infiltrate the overseas research sites. 2 weeks ago, they penetrated the optics lab in Norway and almost got away with a stack of documents from the latest experiments. I swear there must be a leak somewhere. How on earth did they know what to look for? So, let's see. We have mentions of... Well, we got person, so... Okay. We're looking for a person, which I... Okay, we got Blackbriar, which is organization. Comrade is obviously not going to be it for that, but I do not see a name here. Oh, Freeloader. Okay, that's fine. Sure. So let's pull all these out. So we have a connection between... Okay, Blackbriar there. Okay, Sylvia Vogelstein, yes. So, Sylvia Vogelstein, Soviet Air Force commander, 14 years of experience, has some gambling debts and can't pay them. We worked together before in Burnt Library. That's definitely a code name of some sort. Note to the drinking problem, a possible issue. Considering Sylvia Vogelstein's high rate of absence, autodidact is a total loose cannon, but effective. If Mossad records are to be believed, a relation of... Okay, Mossad is somehow involved in this connection here. So we have... Sylvia Vogelstein may or may not actually have any connection to the rest of this. And Mossad as well. I have one last piece of paper to look at. Transcript from device State X rock slide. Subject redacted, redacted B unknown, possible member of NASA. Those cable tapping operations ran by headhunters were a mistake. I'm getting weekly reports from multiple sources alerting me to this activity. What about redacted and co in rockslide? Neutralized? Okay, so NASA also pops up as a point of interest here. And we have... There we go. That actually finished our connection here, so... Well, half of it, rather. So, somehow NASA and Blackbriar are in some way connected, according to this. We don't have enough intel to finish this. So we have, let's see, so managing your espionage network is all about deciding who goes where and when. Enemy agents are conducting operations with more or less dire consequences. Your job is to find them, assess the danger, and decide whether to stop them or conserve your resources. Every job and every assignment takes time to complete. While you're in a hideout, time is paused. You can only activate it from the world map screen. When time flows, your assignments and jobs progress, but so does enemy activity. So let's head back here. Or not there, here. So we can have somebody work the investigation board. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, that does not actually find you new intel. That just allows you to have somebody else go through all of that work before. And actually, we didn't read what Space Warfare Documents was about. A collection of documents from both sides of the Iron Curtain describing plans of both superpowers for militarization of space. We suspect that more than one of these projects have been influenced by the respective military-industrial complexes of each nation, diverting money from space exploration and science to military progress and paranoia. Again, nothing I want to do here, but the game's gonna make me click on that stuff so it stops telling me, hey, there's new stuff here. I don't think there's any connections I want to make here. Characters do have proficiencies for weapons based upon their background. And the game does give you a nice little symbol for that. But I do not recall... Oh, okay, it does tell you the proficiencies here. So like this guy, he's not particularly great with the Sparrow, but he is proficient with the Model 870. You, however, are proficient with the Sparrow. You are not proficient with any of the weapons we have on hand. Same with you. Deadpan is. You are better off with the VZ61, actually, when it comes to proficiency. So yes. I would prefer to make sure... actually, you don't need... Actually, no, that is an S... No, never mind. I'm an idiot. The VZ61 is an SMG. You already have a primary weapon. That's your secondary. Which, in theory, I can silence. If you were proficient with it. Actually, can you modify that? Yes, you can, and I think you might actually be able to add a silencer to that. Or a suppressor, whatever the game refers to them as. I honestly don't recall. Let's go ahead and slap some armor on Canasta. Okay, now let's go ahead and do a nice save right here in the safety of our hideout. And let's head on into the world map. So we can go ahead and send people out. So we have Port Said. I do not believe languages matter on this screen, but I believe when you're on missions, or when you assign them to complete a mission, languages do matter. Which is why you can send people wherever after that. Or you can move people around to actually send them to support a mission. For now, let's go ahead and send... we'll send Crockett to Egypt. Fortuna can head off to Aleppo. Redwood can head off to Baghdad. And we will... You know what? We'll send somebody out towards Asia. Karachi, sure. And over time, suspicious activity signals appear around the world. They may be enemy operations, friendly informers, additional hideout candidates, or just harmless false positives. We got some enemy recon apparently going on in Baghdad. As enemy activity progresses, your options to deal with it become more and more limited. It pays to investigate enemy activity as soon as possible. Your final option to foil enemy plans is to launch a tactical mission. You can do it right until the enemy activity is over. Conspiracy scouts increase danger. The closer they are to your hideout, the greater their impact. In addition, any Cabal agents, present at the location will have their identities compromised. So let's go ahead and we're going to attempt to interrupt the op. Which means you're already in Baghdad, so we'll send you. And we will have Durand join you on the mission.
This might be bad timing, but you have a package from Leslie in operations.
Okay, our forger facility is up and operational. And a package from Leslie. This was some first-rate espionage. Oops, okay, I pressed pause because I thought that would not do it like that, but okay. We tracked down Aguirre. Officially, he coordinates maritime transportation for a charity called the Good Samaritans of America. Unfortunately, that's what we need to find out. Or unofficially, that's what we need to find out. We just need to wait until he makes a suspicious move and follow him to destination. So secret documents, or secrets, are a shorthand for valuable information, investigation board intel, crafting blueprints, and many more. Secret documents are usually obtained, reminding us again, through informers by finding them on missions and by solving files on the investigation board. Especially the latter option rewards you with some of the best secrets out there. Let's head out here. Name, Jerry Melendez, known alias is Aguirre, born December 16th, 1959 in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Summary profile, impulsive, vengeful. Known history, 1973 April, arrested by Puerto Rican police on charges of petty theft, dismissed with a warning. Within the same year, arrested twice more, but every time walks out without serving any time due to his young age. 1976, sentenced to 25 years in local prison for the murder of 7 people, including 2 of his own gang members. Escapes within 6 months from detention. 1977, appears for the first time in DEA records as a local enforcer for Redacted in Miami. DEA runs surveillance under Chilean rep's file and confirms he's making money on the side as talent hunter for several brothels. Evidence for multiple sexual assaults and kidnappings throughout the year, never prosecuted due to formal reasons. 1978, disappears from DEA's radar, possible sightings in Cuba. We suspect he underwent training by the Cuban intelligence. 1980, spotted again in Miami. 1982, September, arrested by DEA during Operation Tiburon, released upon intervention from undisclosed government agency. 1982, December, officially enrolled as volunteer with Good Samaritans of America. Sightings in various Middle Eastern nations. Suspected continued smuggling operations. Well, the only organization that pops up is the DEA, but apparently not. Cuban intelligence? No. Okay, well, what we're looking for is a organization. Okay, Chilean reps. Sure. I wouldn't say that was organization, but sure. We got some intel here to go with it, so... Okay, there's a connection there, but neither of these have a connection to the main point there. So Leslie sent us this dossier on Aguirre, one of the ringleaders of the group smuggling nuclear technology into Pakistan and possibly other states in the Middle East. Is there anything new that we got here? No? Okay. Our forger is up and operational. This allows us to forge money. In the forger facility, you can assign agents to print additional cash. Apart from that, you can recustomize their looks and obtain new identities for those who accumulated too much heat and have been compromised. A compromised agent takes longer to travel and runs a higher risk of being ambushed by enemy operatives. We'll just go ahead and have Deadpan take over forging. Well, forging cash, rather. And I would say... yeah, let's optimize the printing press so we get more cash. And again, save. I save pretty regularly a lot of the times in these games. Let's head back to the main to the map. Ooh. Story beats. Unless specified otherwise, enemy activity that is significant to the storyline has no time limit. It can be acted upon at your discretion. Thus, you can explore the story of the game at your own pace. So we can go ahead and tail Aguirre right now, if we wanted to. That requires 3 agents. We're not going to do that right now. We have some stuff going on here. We're going to go ahead and move you from Port Said to go ahead and investigate the suspicious activity here. And looks like it might have been a false positive. Okay, we've interrupted the enemy op in Baghdad. Result, it's been interrupted. Hostile assets withdraw to safety. Wonderful. We have some suspicious stuff going on in Kabul. Let's send our person in Karachi up there. And one of our guys in Baghdad, send them to Baku. Okay, we got a hideout candidate in Kabul. Actually, the other guy in Baghdad, will send him down to Muscat. Wonderful. Let's get the Recon equipment as well. And we got an informant here, or an informer. In one day, we will get a secret of some sort. Informers provide valuable information about the enemy, access to recruits, technology, and more. Be careful, however. Once you reveal them, they are easy targets for enemy hitmen. Or enemy hitmen. Okay, we got some more stuff going on here. Dude in Baku, head over there. Who's the closest? I can't move the person in Aleppo because they're busy helping me with an informant, so we're going to send you to Casablanca. Okay, we got enemy recon happening here. Really, the only person I can send to assist you is Canasta. Because Fortuna's busy in Aleppo trying to get a secret uncovered. Wonderful, head back to the facility again. Are we at our agent limit? No, we're not. We have a decent amount of space, so let's not do that. Actually, getting lockpicks probably isn't the worst idea ever. Does anybody actually have lockpicks? No. Nobody has lockpicks. Okay, then. Oh, you have a opening now. Wonderful. Dancer decreases awareness cost of dodging. Martial artist decreases awareness cost of takedown. Agent cannot be suppressed. Or fearless. Bonus XP for missions. That's, I suppose, not the worst thing ever. But it's also probably not the most useful. I don't think my guys tend to get suppressed all that often. I'm more inclined to actually go for Dancer so that you're... The more awareness you have, the more you can dodge. So decreasing the awareness cost of dodging, in theory, will allow you to dodge more. Which has its uses. Off we go to the main map. Shit, more stuff. Okay, person in Kabul. Head to Kuwait. Another secret will be revealed there. Okay. We got a hideout in Casablanca. Wonderful. Mission in Odessa succeeded. Let's bring Canasta back home. And we got some classified documents. 4 for the Aguirre dossier and 1 for the space warfare documents. Let's go ahead and work on these. That is a connection to Burnt Library. But nothing else. All that other stuff we currently have no connections for. You have some stuff. Okay, we got Italian Mafia popping up. Rest of that stuff is unknowns. Let's read through here. Come on. There we go. Geo-reconnaissance materials secret. This is a complete disaster. Timpon's safe house in Redacted was raided by an unknown party, and all friendlies, including Aridwolf, are considered MIA. We're analyzing the footage recovered by Redacted. So far, it seems Needlemen could be involved. Redacted was spotted outside the compound mere hours before the attack. We also picked up interesting comm traffic between Yakuza and Redacted around this time. Well, so that's... There, you popped up on something else, so that's a connection to Yakuza is an interesting connection. What else could we have? Honestly, Needleman, there we go. I'm like, I know there was something else. Okay. So that's that. We don't have any other connections right now still. Memorandum. Agents will be deployed immediately to verify the following leads. Organ donor. Verify Antequila cartel activities in Redacted as per Briefing 2J. Redacted. Follow up on the recent Snowcat sighting. Redacted. Double check info from Mudhead about Redacted getting friendly with Redacted. Start in Redacted. Okay, I guess organ donor is the other one. I didn't quite catch that one, to be honest, but so be it. Now, of course, some of these things could be dead ends, it should be noted. IMINT classified. Security is a major concern. Make sure this document is out of reach of unauthorized personnel. Organ donor. This material was taken live from the infamous Siege of Redacted. If you haven't heard about it, it's because it was inexplicably on... Or if you haven't heard about it, it's because it was inexplicably on local news only. I bet Infinity is to blame. Redacted says they're probably redacted. I think they may have been hired by Chilean reps instead. Okay. Well, there's our connection to Chilean reps, and there's our connection to organ donor. That gets us a new agent candidate, Loki. And apparently, we have revealed Duran's interrupt talent. So he gains bonus experience from interrupting enemy jobs. We have the option here of hiring Loki. Hiring him does increase our danger. We know he's Gladio. Let's see. We don't know any of his secret talents. For all we know, he could also be a double agent. To be honest, though, I think we kind of need the extra hands, so I'm gonna suck it up. Danger measures how close the enemy is to finding your hideout. Keep the growth of danger in check, as the only way to lower it is the costly process of moving your base to a new location. Also, speaking of that, hideout perimeter detectors. Yes. So, Loki, we don't have much to do with you right now. None of our weapons that we can equip you with are particularly good. I think I'll give you an Estella, though. Just because it's better than what you had. Obviously, I'll let you keep what you had, though. Now, completing that other thing did give us some documents for the space warfare. So, Desmond Barry. House Flipper. But that's not actually useful unless we get another connection to Division 9 that brings it over here. We have Headhunters. And Convergence, but again, no useful connections. That's Asian Union. And Autodidact there as well. No usefulness for Watchful Eyes right now. Classified, submitted by CC, Senior Analyst, redacted. Convoy intel from US, DoD reliable. Whole bunch of redacted. Material is classified unless you are authorized to view it. Please return to the nearest US consulate. Well, US DoD pops up, and whoever this CC person is. Okay, we got a CC there. We're still not getting this connection to Freeloader, but this document might provide that. By Cardinal. 2107, target departed offices via taxi in the company of an individual matching the description of Redacted, proceeding north into the center of Redacted. 2214, target arrived at rear alleyway of Convergence offices, entering a service door via keycard. Okay, well, this is... Okay, we got Convergence there. Cardinal, however, has no connections. Watchful Eyes has no connections. Aguirre has no connections. And Cassiopeia has no... Oh, and Division 9. So again, still failing to get a connection to Freeloader right now. So we're not quite done there yet, apparently. Oh, something's going on there. Yeah. Go from Muscat to Karachi. No, more secrets. Wonderful. Yes. Back to facility. Let's... yeah, I suppose that's useful. Discover more hideouts. Okay, that only gave us an agent report on Durand. He apparently has the body engineering talent, so if we engineer his body, which is something we'll be able to unlock in the future, he will... That process will be completed faster. Not exactly the most useful intel, to be honest. We're going to send from Kuwait City. Wonderful. Continue. We know of 3 enemy agents, so identities of enemy agents may be revealed randomly via secret documents or deliberately by performing the local agent job, or locate agent job. When an agent is revealed, so is their current activity. Over time, agents obtain new identities and need to be revealed again. So we have somebody... Okay. So this is Rogue. We know they're doing something in Aguirre's activity, which we aren't doing right now. And that's another secret over there. Oh, okay, gotta send from Aleppo to Baghdad. Oh, we got an informant assassination attempting to occur here. Shoot, Karachi's the only place closest to be able to assist with that. Baghdad looks to have been a dead end. I'm going to go ahead and send Fortuna from Baghdad to Karachi to finish that off. Or not. I guess you don't have to be there to get that. That's fine with me as well, I guess. Okay, we get Cardinal and 6 bells. This material is... So, satellite imagery classified. This material is classified and yada yada yada. Vlad the Impaler, redacted. Pallas Athena, redacted. Aguirre, and redacted. Can you make any sense of this? Should I send it up to Freeloader? Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's Aguirre. And, there's Freeloader. Okay, Loki apparently also has body engineering, and we have 2 new agent candidates. Are they any good? I believe freelance agents are the ones that have a chance... I might be wrong about this, but I think freelance agents are the ones that have a chance of being spies or double agents. I think the other ones, however, don't actually have that by default. Intrepid here is apparently a former Marine Corps, or a former Marine. Let's go ahead. We'll hire you, Buster. I think we're fine without you right now, but we'll probably end up hiring you anyway in the future. But for now, we're fine without you. Okay. Well, I suppose it's nice to know, actually, that you don't actually have to be there for the reveal secret to work. Okay, we get a hideout candidate in Aleppo. We're about to interrupt their op in Sardgahad. They attempted to assassinate our informant. Redwood, come back home. New agent, Ghost. Gladio, we don't really need you right now. I think we might actually looking to go ahead and doing the Aguirre activity in just a little bit. Oh, we got a secret in Casablanca, and I just coincidentally still had Crockett there. Oh, damn it. Okay, we got some shit going on down in Algiers, and we got something going on in Kuwait City. Enemy recon here. Agent report for Redwood, guerrilla ops talent. Guerrilla operations training costs less time and money. That is useful, potentially. But I need to send somebody over here to assist you. We're gonna have to send the person from Odessa, because they're the closest to be able to assist. Oh, okay. Back to Kuwait City. Secret. Always nice. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and send some agents over here. Beirut, and person in Aleppo, that's fine. We'll get you guys started on tailing Aguirre. Workshop is one I was looking for. Actually, no, I don't care for any of those. Never mind. Oh, Intrepid apparently has the tail talent. Bonus experience for tail jobs. And coincidentally, Intrepid is on a tailing mission. So thank you for that game, I guess. Durand, you can stay there. Crockett, however, I want you to fly back to Casablanca. We sort of want to spread our guys out. Target area around Port Said. Aguirre drove for several hours and crossed the border into Syria unhindered. The border patrol must have been paid off. Our agent finally tracked him to a ruined public library in a Syrian ghost town where Aguirre set up camp. Okay, and there's the Aleppo safe house, which we can stake out, but we have some stuff going on over here. We need to sort of check out. Okay, that was a false positive. We do have enemy recon occurring here. Is there actually other suspicious activity happening here? No. Apparently not. Another new agent, don't really care for him. You fly up to Aleppo. Intrepid, come back home, don't need you there. Another secret to be revealed. We seem to be getting a lot of false positives. Okay, wonderful. It takes 4 people to stake out Aguirre's base. Okay, here we go. We've identified Magpie. And we know where she is. She is going to get a new identity in 22 hours. We do not have the means of seeking her, however. We can't really do anything. It's just a case of, well, we know who you are right now, but we can't do anything about you. another secret import, Saeed. Wow, we literally just had one. And we've identified Rogue, apparently, now as well. Again, he's going to get a new identity in about a day. Can't do anything about him. We just don't have the means of actually doing anything. Oh, apparently Deadpan actually is a trait for faster... Well, that's nice to know, I guess. Yeah, there's just no upgrades I really care about right now, to be honest. Oh, we got some stuff going on down here. Person in Kuwait City, go. Okay, that'll reveal a secret. Okay. Let's bring some of our people home so we can at least stake out the Aleppo safe house. Wonderful. Damn, okay. Interrupt that op, Baghdad and Beirut. That was a false positive there in Kabul. We are actually going to go ahead and I think hire one more recruit. I think we're just going to go with Ghost because she's Gladio and thus I'm more inclined to trust her, is really the simplest way to describe it. So go ahead, hire you. God, our danger actually is a little bit higher than I would expect. Other than again, I guess we did hire 3 people. Oh, another new agent. Marlin, and she's a SEAL. Damn. You do much better with the VZ61, so that's fine. No secondary weapon for you. Does anybody prefer the BM? I guess not, because I think that's just the CIA that uses that. And only our main character is CIA. Yeah, nobody else cares for that. Okay, let's go ahead and send some agents. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and stake that out. We got some stuff going on down here. Send the person from Kabul down to Muscat. Secret, wonderful. Oh, another enemy revealed. And that finished? Courier. We know your name, Jan Schmidt, but we don't know where you are right now or anything. Stake that out, and we have a new file. Conversation transcript. Field transcript, location outskirts of Aleppo, Syria, Aguirre. You weren't followed, old man. On a plane? Cut me some slack. Sorry, I'm pretty sure some punks were sniffing around my safe house a couple days back. Inaudible, random. No one has a goddamn clue about our gig here. Yeah. So, why did you want to meet? Just to say goodbye. The redacted Inaudible is sending me to Inaudible. What? Seriously? That sucks, man. Only for you, Jerry. In fact, I'll be keeping an eye on Project Iceberg now, and I'm actually going somewhere nice and tropical for a change. You dick. Being a chuckwagon bigwig has its perks. What about me? Just carry on. Your only major concern now is Operation Walter Poon. Well, I've got this covered already. Then you can go back to doing nothing. Take care. Whatever. Okay. So, chuckwagon is the term we were apparently looking for there. Okay. Any connections that stand out? Avant-garde stands out right there. But nothing else. No other connections currently exist. Let's read through here. Provocator. This is going to be an odd one. Try not to laugh. Redacted. You are to proceed to the first address below, and from a farm outside oil rig, and attend a meeting of UFO worshippers. There, you and Redacted will pose as rogue agents from US DoD and promise to provide them with proof of extraterrestrial life at the second address below, an abandoned building in Edgewater. Okay, so we have DoD popping up. None of the other connections currently exist. Satellite imagery classified some interesting intel from the recent SR-71 flybys over Watershed. There's an awful lot of 747 flights crossing the lens. Intentionally, I thought they were the alma mater redacted flights, or maybe a mathematician's charters. Redacted, none of them. In fact, it was a single flight circling the region over and over again. I think Snake Eyes at Redacted will want to know. Okay, we got alma mater connection there. But that is the only connection currently. Right? Yes. Dear Firestarter, I've reviewed your recent incident report and would like to correct/clarify several points. When you say encountered Bagman on a commercial flight, do you instead mean I followed Bagman on onto a commercial flight against strict orders from Redacted? If so, please make the necessary changes to your report. I appreciated your thrilling account of the hand-to-hand fight in the plane's cargo hold, but you neglected to mention your subsequent arrest and Redacted upon landing. The bribes paid to Redacted to secure your release, and the unequivocal fact that you are, in fact, an insubordinate ass who should listen to their handler if they are ever, in fact, sent on a mission again. Okay, we have Bagman connection. Firestarter, however, is still an unknown. Memo, Redacted the agent known as Major Domo has been observed frequenting a hot dog vendor in Redacted every day for the last week. I'd like to send Redacted and Redacted there to bring the agent to a nearby Indigo Cody's location for questioning. No connections. We got some suspicious activity. Okay. Loki, come back home. Let's bring people home that don't need to be out in the field any longer. I say that. What I actually mean is, let's spread people out a little bit more. Is more accurate. Okay. Ooh, okay. No agents are in range to be able to interrupt this op. If they succeed, they will increase our danger by 52 and compromise any Kabul agents present in this location. So we're going to do a tactical recon. The tactical reconnaissance, or Recon for short, is scouting ahead of an assault. Recon enables you to plant disguised agents on location, reveal the area map, and place agents upon support. So we're going to have Canasta and Fortuna engage in some recon. I believe that it is a maximum number, not the minimum. Well, actually, I think it's both. You can have a maximum of 2 and a minimum of 2. So no matter what, you're limited to 2 people there. New agent. Don't really need that, but okay, thanks, I guess. Let's actually send somebody from Beirut to Tripoli. Again, sort of spread people out a little bit. Okay. And Fortuna actually leveled up. So let's pause, head back in. Crew quarters, Fortuna. What do we have options for you? Low profile improves benefits of half cover. Sure. You know, you'll just magically have a low profile now. Gifted, bonus XP for missions. Paramedic is nice. Combat senses, however, I think is a lot nicer. So we're gonna go for that. So the 2 people there are Fortuna and Canasta. To be honest, Canasta's the only one who has any real value there. Fortuna's not that hot, in the sense that he's not particularly useful. So we're gonna have to... I suppose I can get started on the mission. I can pretty much guarantee you we're not finishing this part if I only go and stick to the 2 hours. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I can only send these 2. And I have no vendors that I can bring you in for. Oh, well, that's not true. I can buy another tactical spotter for you. Or a cleaner. Actually, I think I'm going to go for a cleaner. That actually seems particularly useful, to be honest. Reduces the amount of heat incurred after the mission. Yeah, that sounds like it could be very useful. Okay, well... and yes, we're going to use a disguise. Oh. Disguise me, actually. Apparently I'm coming along on this mission, period, despite the fact that I'm nowhere near the city. But okay. Sure, game. Sure. Can I change your weapon to something that's... Nope, okay. So you're just going to be stuck using a VZ61 and a French Dao. And okay, you're not allowed any of that other stuff. Okay. Well... God, no. I want Canasta. Because she has Actor. And Actor is overpowered as shit. So yeah, we're gonna go with that. Go ahead and launch mission. The team sent to neutralize an enemy agent has been compromised. We have little time to prepare for the enemy onslaught, and we still need to kill or capture the enemy agent. Well, that's not quite accurate, game. We haven't been compromised. It's just that we didn't quite get there in time to be able to successfully interrupt the op. Okay, so the question is, where do I want to deploy our support? Okay, so this is to the east. So I'm going to place Tactical Spotter on the east. I think that will allow me to see the most of the ability. Where do I want to spawn? Yeah. Well, the agent is literally in this building. And one of my guys has a disguise. So I think we're going to go for that. I think right here should be fine. I guess it sort of depends on the... I want to spawn further back just to be on the safe side. God, there's cameras everywhere. I mean, I can get in right here, no problem, but there's cameras everywhere. You know what? Yeah, no, we're going to stick with one. I'm sure it'll be fine. So Kanash is inside. I'm here. I'm just gonna go and sit in this corner, more or less, and leave it pretty much up to Canasta to do this. So there are cameras over, I think, literally every door. Yeah. Now, inside this building is a restricted area for anyone who is not disguised. Luckily for us, Canasta is disguised, so this is perfectly fine. I don't know where any potential intel is. In fact, actually, I think I am going to go ahead and use this right now. There's our agent. Basically right above Canasta, and there is some loot in the room right behind them. So our objective is to kill them or knock them down. If we can get up to them and just do a silent takedown, that's perfectly acceptable. I'm just looking for where the security might be, but I'm thinking it may not actually be in the main building. Or at least not in the building that our agent is in, and there's actually some intel there. Because, yeah, I'm not seeing like a power thing or a terminal of some sort. So I think, I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere. Oh, here it is. Huh. I probably should have spawned at 3. I didn't notice that. And I don't think the game lit that up at all. Okay, so we know where the cameras are. Now, outside is not suspicious at all, so I can just bring Deadpan over here without any issues, realistically. Nobody's going to complain about Deadpan walking around, as long as he does nothing suspicious. And again, just walking outside is not suspicious.
Yeah?
So Deadpan's gonna make his way over to shut down the cameras. I'm sure there's probably gonna be somebody in there, so we'll have to find some way to take care of him. And actually, it kind of looks like our enemy agent may not move at all. Now, sadly, I don't have lockpicks, so I can't open that. And okay, I could get up over here, which would allow me to sneak up behind you without any problems. I may actually do that with Canasta. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Canasta's gonna climb upstairs and come up behind the enemy agent.
Uh-huh.
Standing by for orders.
Go on, Canasta. And it should not be suspicious to see somebody climbing a ladder. Let's be real here.
I'm here.
And Deadpan, just continue on your journey towards the cameras. Or the camera control. Let me open that, just see if anybody's in there. No. Oh boy, I'm lucky. Well, I say that. Canasta's the one going in. She's the one disguised, so it doesn't really matter. But it makes my life easier if there's less people.
Heads up. I'm detecting multiple targets converging on your...
What the fuck? Nobody saw me doing anything suspicious. Yes, there's a camera there. So what? The fuck? I did nothing suspicious. Deadpan is outside of a restricted area, So there's no reason for him to have been considered doing anything suspicious. Canasta, that guy can't even see you up here, and you were disguised anyway. So you being up there is completely irrelevant. I'm actually gonna, I think, just restart. Because that's horse shit. Is the simplest way to describe that. It really is. And the game actually did tell me that that thing was there. So that's nice to know, but yeah. We're gonna start at 2, support on the east, that's fine. Try this again. I don't know how we managed to somehow do something suspicious. Again, it makes no sense. There's no logic there.
Uh-huh.
Deadpan literally did nothing suspicious, and then, for whatever reason, apparently, the mere fact that he exists was suspicious. So, cameras are shut down. You can somehow see them. I don't know how. Well, I guess, yeah, I guess you can sort of see through there. I kind of doubt you actually have that good of a view of them, though. But sure, whatever you say. So, in theory, now I should not magically apparently do something suspicious in front of a camera. I guess I shifted the wrong way or something. I guess you probably want to see if there's somebody in here. That's really the best thing you can do. Looks like the answer to that is a no. Again, Canasta's our best person for this, so we're just sort of going to rely on them at the end of the day. Deadpan's just sort of going to find a nice spot to hide for this. Like I said, actor is OP. It really is. Actually, you know what? Really, if I'm just going to have you sit somewhere, you're probably better off sitting outside of a restricted area.
I read you.
Canasta. Get over here. There's some loot there I want you to get. Now again, game, this is not trespassing. Canasta is in a disguise.
Yeah?
I really wish there was a better place for you to hide, but there really aren't any good places.
My skills are at your disposal.
Go over here, Canasta. Get whatever loot's in there. The GAL, okay. Is there any... I think there was in here, right? A secret document or something? Or am I misremembering? It's possible I'm misremembering, but I thought there was a secret document in this building. But apparently not. I know there's one there. I could have sworn there was a secret document in one of these buildings. I could have sworn it was this one that also had one. But either I'm... Okay, there's some loot there at least. Yeah, I'm not seeing another secret document. So, okay, that's whatever, I guess. End turn. Canasta's gonna head over there, grab whatever loot is in that suitcase. How?
Multiple targets converging on your location.
So I can only assume that for whatever reason, the game is doing some weird thing on this mission where after 3 turns, it triggers combat, period. Completely irrelevant of if it should trigger combat. Which is stupid. Because that's not the way the game works. Like, at all. I've literally never had this happen before, but the game seems to be doing it for some reason now. Deciding of its own free will that combat is starting. So that's annoying as shit. Alarm caused by force majeure. What? By unforeseeable circumstances. Like what? Seriously. Oh well, okay. We're just gonna be fucking doing this hot then, I guess. So, send Canasta to go do what we were gonna have her do, and Deadpan's gonna make his way to group up with her.
Come get some.
Setting up Overwatch.
Okay, we got some people overwatching. I can hear them. So we have 2 agents, and they're going to be apparently going on a killing spree. You know, just the thing you want your special agents doing. Oh, shite.
Copy.
Yep. Hey, you don't have a grenade or anything? Just murder them.
Uh-huh.
I don't think you have eyes on him from here. But go there anyway, and I'll have you... Oh, no, you do actually have eyes on him. You do not have the ability to kill him, however. Well, technically this would kill him if you get a hit. You know, as long as he doesn't dodge or anything, that'll kill him. Fuck it, try it. Canasta took a little bit of damage. He's gonna have to heal up in the infirmary. And the enemy agent is running for us, apparently. I think I'm just gonna have Deadpan look around the corner and Overwatch. Because, yeah. The enemy agent is, like I said, apparently just bum rushing us. We may even just say, screw the loot and secret documents. I mean, I'd love to get them, but honestly, if the game's gonna be like this about it. Can you? No, you don't have the awareness to do that. You don't have particularly good Overwatch. To be honest. You know what? Just full auto them. Canasta. You might be able to flank if I can get you inside here. But it sort of depends on if anybody else is in here, and then where you move to. Luckily, you look to be using an Uzi, which is a pretty easy thing to take care of, relatively speaking. Yeah, you know what? Go inside, Canasta. Overwatch there, on the off chance that they decide to come in. Oh, big mistake.
Mission target incapacitated.
Copy, team.
Okay, well, rather than dealing with, literally, oh god. Of unlimited waves of enemies, we're gonna go ahead and call for an evac and get the hell out of here. I probably should have checked how long it'll take for our evac to arrive, but I wasn't quite sure what the enemy agent was going to do, and I didn't want to call it too early. But since they apparently decided to run into the building Canasta was in, even though they should have known Canasta was in there, realistically speaking. Let's go ahead and call it. And yeah, we're going to go here. Okay, 3 turns for it to arrive. Full auto them. Get them out of here. That leaves you with 1 movement point. Or none, actually, because you used them both, apparently. I could have sworn it was only supposed to use 1, but whatever. Overwatch down that alley, since apparently the enemy seems to love that alley. So enemy reinforcements are going to arrive before our evac arrives, so we're sort of going to have to hope that the enemy reinforcements are not in the right spot.
I'm here.
To intercept us. Now it's about 2 turns for us to get to the evac point, which is pretty much perfect. Oh, okay, requires action points to reload. Good to know for future reference. You know what, just run. We don't see any enemies down that alley right now. Oh hey, I spoke too soon. Oh, but they're going for Deadpan, and Deadpan dodged. And I supposedly would have taken no damage. Because I didn't see a damage thing pop up. Come on, game. Okay, now, question is, do I want to bother killing you or do I want to just run? The reality is, I'm inclined to go with just run.
What's cooking?
And he's not overwatching, so... Oh god, nope, no. Canasta to go first, otherwise Deadpan's gonna block him. Okay, so our evac is going to arrive, and we're going to get on the point and get the hell out of here right away. So, that could have gone better. And yeah, there are 2 classified documents. I think the other thing was the briefcase there. Officially, Aguirre is running operations for an American charity in the Middle East. In fact, this is a perfect cover for a smuggling ring. We followed the man to a remote location in Syria where he met with an unknown American. We have a transcript of their conversation. If we're lucky, we can identify the visitor and blow the lid off this scam. Material acquired / agents captured. The GAL. Off to the infirmary. They're going to take a little bit of time to heal up, but it shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, no intel. So this stream has gone for around about 2 hours, which is typically my cutoff point. So we're going to go ahead and end this here. I will see you all next time. God, that is laggy as shit. Yeah, I will see you all next time where we will be continuing this game. Again, my stream schedule is Fridays is my go-to, but sometimes it ends up moving to Saturdays depending upon how I'm feeling and schedule and whatnot. But Friday is my go-to, and I realize it's late at night, so a lot of people typically aren't going to be able to watch these live. That's fine. If I manage to have my schedule rearranged at some point in the future where I've managed to be able to do these earlier in the day, I will certainly do so. But for now, the only time that works for me is basically 10 o'clock at night, Eastern time. So, yeah. So I will see you all next time. I did save, right? Well, you know, be on the safe side. We'll override that save. But yeah, so I will see you all next time where we will be continuing this game, like I said. Reminder that in the description, for those of you watching the VOD over on YouTube, after it gets posted over there, there is a link in the description to a Google form that you can fill out to be able to have a character renamed after you. Or not necessarily after you, but to be able to create a new identity for any of our agents. The only questions I believe that I have listed as required are a preferred gender, if you have one. You do have the option of saying don't care if you just don't care. The preferred nationality of the new identity. And the code name. Selecting a new real name for your identity is completely up to you if you want to do it or not. I do give a link to a name generator if you just can't come up with one yourself, but you want one that's distinctively yours. You can go ahead and use that random name generator to do that. Or I can just use the one built into the game here. But yeah, so the only things that are required are gender, nationality, and code name. Code name is because that's typically what's shown. So that's a name that's more important to actually have something for. But yeah, so like I said, I will see you all next time where we will hopefully have a couple of new names, because I'm sure some of our people are probably getting... Are they getting heat? Actually, no, they're not. I kind of expected, you know, having started a gunfight, that Deadpan and Canasta would have some heat, but apparently not, so that's a thing. Either way, yeah, so see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.